Hey guys, Harv here, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. This is the Test Pilot, the first impressions series where I take viewer-submitted ships, test them out, and then hopefully make some improvements to them. Today's entry is by TinyShopKeeper, and you have submitted the LawnDart Mk4. Let's take a look at this. It has quite a few parts, so we might want to expect lag, but yeah, first impressions, so I have no idea what this is going to look like at all. I do love this series, especially when I actually don't I don't need to take a look at the ships beforehand. It's great to have a sense of surprise, of wonder. You know what? My first thought when I looked at this was, oh god, boosters. And then there was SAS. Why is there so much SAS? I don't know, but this looks interesting, certainly. Let's see what this thing can do, shall we? Quick look at the staging. Suggests we have inner engines, boosters, and we also have some outer engines. No doubt in an asparagus sort of launch stage. Fins at the middle! No, no, bad boy. You do not have fins in the middle. Due to the lag issues, I had to cut out that start, but we are going, and have we got empty boosters? Yes, we have. How many? Oh, there. Oh, okay, it's in staging, right. So we launch each booster consecutively as it runs out. Okay. Going pretty slow at the moment, but obviously that's why the boosters are on there in the first place. It's a shame we haven't got Jeb flying this. This is certainly Jeb's dream, I think, certainly. Absolutely, he loves boosters to death. And it does often lead to his death, I have to say. Those boosters empty and start the next ones. Getting a good speed boost. Still going pretty slow, probably kind of almost slightly too slow for maybe what's intended to do, but hey, it's working, certainly. Certainly after that initial lag at any rate. Oh god. Yeah, what's happened there? I think we shall find out, certainly. Anything left to do? No? Not even decouple? What? Wait, I swear there's a decoupler there. Where's our staging gone? That's only slightly odd. Where the hell is the decoupling? Oh, there we go. Managed to get rid of it now. But yeah, anyway, a slightly unsuccessful first launch, I think. Let's go into the VAB and take a look at how we can maybe slightly almost stop it from blowing up. Alright, let's take a look at this. Oh god. This is an engineering challenge. Okay, as I pointed out, fins, no, not necessary. You only have small amounts of RCS, which is pretty good. You know what? I'm actually going to leave the RCS on there. I think I'm going to leave it on. Don't know about all these massive amounts of SAS modules though. I'm going to get rid of them. Don't like them at all. Not one little bit. I'm sure you've probably found a good reason for it, but it's really not necessary. No, I don't know about all these boosters. It seems like a massive waste, really. I don't think there's much point, really, you know. Maybe if we remove these and replace them with bigger ones, because I do like the bigger ones. They have less thrust, but they burn for longer. Let's look at this. 550. Oh, wait. Oh, they have more thrust. Burn time 30 seconds. They have more thrust, and they burn for longer. What's the dry weight? 0.75. Okay, they weigh slightly more when they're burnt out. That's enough to convince me to replace these outside boosters with the big ones. Sorry, I am kind of stripping your design of its identity, I understand, but I think it makes sense, really. Whilst we're at it, we can see if there's anything else we need to clean up. Yes, keeping RCS, you don't need to rub that in. Those struts are a bit messy, but they're okay. I just want to... I don't think your fuel tanks are in the right position. Fuel lines are in the right position. Because surely you're going to want to drain all this fuel, and at the moment you're not doing that. They need to be at the bottom. So that's something we can change. Unless I'm wrong and they don't actually have to be at the bottom, but To my knowledge, they do, so we'll change that. There we go, out of sight now as well. And you have a lot of fuel here. Startling amount. What is that strut doing there? That's no point to know, I don't think so. And another one. What is this all about? Just because the thrust is tearing your ship apart? I don't know, I guess we'll find out. And of course, I want to remove these and put them with slightly more efficient engines. Just a little bit of makeover going on here. Oodles of fuel. We do have an awful lot of fuel. And that creates quite a lot of lag, as I discovered. I'm not sure about the fuel. I'm thinking maybe we can do something about this. And what are these struts for? I've never actually seen anyone connect consecutive fuel tanks before. I'm sure you have a reason, but as I've said, I don't know why, so I'm not going to do it. And your ladders don't reach down far enough. We can actually get rid of all these ladders because that's unnecessary weight. Turns out that the weight of one of those ladders is 0.005, and the weight of a longer ladder, which takes up about, was it 5 times the distance, is 0.005. So it's much more economically minded to just put these on as replacement. We can put that there, and we can take this ladder and move it down a bit more. And I think we can get rid of these heavy landing legs as well, because you seem to have 4 engines here, so if we're landing on moons, then we really don't need that much. Actually wait, what's the weight of a heavy one? 0.1, and those weigh 0.005. So what I'm going to do is put 2 lots of these on there. Get a bit more stable landing there, I think. And there we go. RCS thrusters kept on. RCS tanks, yes, we'll keep them. Ladders and all that, that's good. I presume that's just so it reaches down far enough to connect to that. Maybe we'll put a, what's it called? One of these things, adapters. Does that make sense? Yeah, and you know what? Because we do have efficient things, we can put an adapter and, oh, hang on. Put an adapter and replace that large tank with a, no, not with an engine, with a smaller tank. There we go, that works nicely, I think. Take that back and put it back on. Oh, of course, you're going to need long, I think you're going to need long landing legs because the fuel tank reaches down. I mean, I don't want the fuel tank in the first place. I think it's pointless only to make it reach past the legs. So, is this not possible? Oh, no, that works. No, that works, yeah. Okay. We can, yeah, that's fine. Oh, wait, no. You want the coupler. So, what you're going to want to do there is stick that on, take the rest of the rocket away, take that away, and put a small decoupler on. That gives us the added height we need as well, if we do actually need it. There we go. There we go, nice and clean. I like that. Are we draining fuel from this middle tank? I don't think we are we? Nope. At the moment it's just sticking there, and those struts are pointless. So, we can take those back. Just put the fuel lines across like that, there we go. And that might be it. You have a lot of fuel here, sir. You do have an awful lot. Slowing down might be a bit hard because the ship does get very heavy the more fuel you have. Yeah. I think we can add on our boosters and be on our merry way. Right, how are we going to do the boosters? Well, they're not going to fit in there, are they? No, certainly not. How about if we have... It's hard to say what will work until we try it, and I prefer not having to go back to the VAB too many times. I'm okay once or twice, I suppose. I just want to make that more level. There we go. And I don't think you need all the staging nonsense, really. I mean, that is an awful lot of thrust there. An awful lot. It's quite a daunting view from up here, actually. Yeah, I think that's it, really. Certainly looks interesting, doesn't it? Like a typical rocket. Cylinders. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Is this the LawnDart Mk4, maybe? Yeah, let's put some launch stability enhancers on here. Can we get them on? Might be a bit low. Or if we can just squeeze them in the middle there, that'd be great. That's probably going to collide and break, isn't it? Yeah. How about here? Does that work? We can try it. We might as well be adventurous. Oh, breaking off the engine. We need that. Thank you. And that's it. Let's check the staging. We have our initial engine. Okay, this is going to have to change. We have our initial engine and our boosters. Initial engine, boosters, and we also want these engines to fire. All at the same time. And we want our launch clamps to decouple at the same time. There we go. And then we have our decouplers for the boosters, that's good. And then we have our decouplers for the engines. And then we decouple the launch stage and we carry on with this intermediate stage. Then we decouple the intermediate stage and we carry on with the landing engines, and then decouple and then parachute. Couple of last things that I've just remembered about. Fins. Put some fins on here. Is that good? I don't know. Probably works. Maybe. Slightly. No. Yes. Yeah, that works. There we go. Put some fins on and we can... What else? What else was it? Oh yeah, struts for the boosters. I think that's a necessary evil. Not necessarily an evil, of course, just necessary. There we go. And some struts down here. And some struts over here. If this damn launch lamp wasn't in the way. Oh, that did not copy, did it? Nope. There we go. And this one has gone mad for some reason. Come on, you're a strut, aren't you? No? Are you a ghost strut? I think it's a ghost strut, people. Oh, there we go. Got it. There and there. Yes! Beautiful. Okay, let's fire the LawnDart Mk4 and see what happens. Unfortunately, we have all these struts have gone down into their own stage, which is nice for them. We can actually leave them there if they want to be independent like that. Where are we going to take this ship? Because it does have oodles of fuel. I suspect it might be able to go interplanetary, but I think we'll only be able to find out once we're in orbit. So let's achieve that first. Launching in 3, 2, 1, liftoff. And liftoff. Now that wasn't supposed to happen. Was it now? No, no, not indeed. Let's try that again. I didn't think we had the decouplers in the same stage. I thought I'd sorted that out. Ugh, it's messing me about, isn't it? Okay, decoupler, seeing as we have this stage down here now, we can temporarily put these decouplers there and then move that entire stage up. There we go! Let's actually launch now in 3, 2, 1, liftoff. That's a better speed increase, isn't it? Much better. Wonderful. Now I guess we'll see if we have the power to continue accelerating after these boosters run out. By God, I hope so, because this ship actually looks pretty good. I like it. I do quite like it. If it doesn't, we'll have to remove some of these outside engines. Ah. Bugger. Same thing. Same thing happened. I do think the key might be to reduce these fuel tanks at least slightly. You know what, we'll take off another layer. There we go. 2 layers of fuel tanks gone. That might help. And we'll put some more struts around the place, I think. Put that up there, and we can connect that as high as it'll go. There we go. Where else can we put these struts then? In between, I guess. Yep. And we can put some struts going from here into the center. And we can put... I don't know. I think this upstage is alright. Maybe up here like this. I guess more is better. The more the merrier. In between stages, are we okay? I can put that there for the sake of it. Okay, we'll see if we get any increase, and let's sort out those decouplers. Decoupler level 1, decoupler level 2, you all there, and you all there. We'll try throttling back a little as well. We do have quite a few empty stages actually. There we go, that's better. LawnDart Mk4, and let's launch again. Okay, come on now, please work. I have limited time, really I do. Okay, we can wait for the physics to engage and throttle up to max. SAS on, find control, launching in 3, 2, 1, lift off. We'll throttle back just a bit. 2/3, there we go. I think it's more stable. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how this goes, I suppose. If it breaks again, then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. It really doesn't want to break. I can't afford it to break. Okay. Right, fuel down. We can try and throttle back up. Slowing down quite a bit. It's not majorly significant. One thing that might be happening is these fins, they might be causing unnecessary oscillations, because we have 7 vectoring engines there, really? Yeah. Okay, now we're accelerating again, that's good. How's the fuel tanks doing? 1 hour, second to last sets of fuel here. I'm not sure whether this one engine will be able to carry the entire ship. If it can't, then I'm sorry, but we might have to make our conclusions on this ship. I guess we shall find out extremely shortly. And we should actually be tilting over, but because I'm worried about the potential thrust, I guess we'll see fire. And we are still... Oh, just accelerating. Absolutely just. You are one lucky person, whoever made this ship. Man. Man. Okay. Right, we do want to start tilting over, but of course we aren't going particularly fast, so I think I'll tilt over later. We'll wait till... Actually, no, we can start tilting over now. It's fine. Very long ship. I don't want to break anything. It is worrying. There we go. Put it over to there, that's fine. Take a look at our map view. Apoapsis is still fairly low. We want to try and increase that. And we've had a successful launch. This is great. I do quite like the design of this, actually. The aesthetic is pretty nice. Especially the connectors that I've added in. All praise me and my designing glory. Again, I think we might take off those fins in later versions. But really, at the moment, they are helping to keep us stable, I suspect. And we're nearly running out on this stage. How's our Apoapsis doing? Getting higher, we can start tilting over more seriously now. More seriously. As if earlier on it was just all a joke, really. We were pretending to tilt over, we weren't actually doing it. There we are, raising, and prepare for a speed increase once we detach this. Actually, wait, we'll detach it and then throttle back, certainly. Detach, and just slightly boost away. How's our Apoapsis? Okay, we do want to carry on raising that. We'll probably get into a standard 80 km to 100 km orbit. And we'll take this thing to the moon, I'd say. Yeah, we're going to take it to the moon. With some additions, like if you turn these into nuclear engines, then maybe you could get to another planet. Well, if you turn those into nuclear engines, then you definitely could. But landing might be a bit harder. But yeah, I think at the moment this is more suited to in-Kerbin missions, really. Right. Bringing up that apoapsis, or yeah, apoapsis. Nearly out of fuel, actually. 70, 72. Pretty efficient orbit, though. We have got our launch trajectories pretty good. Bring that up to 80. There we go. Where is the moon? It's all the way over there, so we're going to be orbiting for a while. Okay, we're still in the atmosphere, so we need to get past that. There we go. We can walk properly now. And 20 seconds to the apoapsis. Just redoing the same old missions. I must have landed on the moon at least 100 times now. Probably more. Think about all the episodes and all the times that I've done it not recording as well. Okay, increasing, and throttle back. 82 and 79. There we go. That's circular enough for me. And we can warp round. Pretty heavy payload at the front, so I'm surprised how well our cargo is doing. Maybe we could go interstellar, I don't know. Let's take off SAS so we can actually warp. Interstellar? No, we could not go interstellar. Interplanetary. I think we'll be able to see very soon whether we can go interplanetary or not. This lag is getting me down. Bit of an update, my partnership is going well, the contract is signed and we're just waiting for YouTube to actually accept the fact that I'm a partner. So I am actually partnered now, which is a good thing. Certainly. Means I might actually stand a chance of buying a better computer and getting rid of all this nonsense lag. We can only wait and see, no promises certainly. Should be using RCS, shouldn't I? It doesn't help. It's not helping. What? I'm not tilting any faster, really. Not that I can notice, at least. There we go. The vectoring engine makes all the difference, honestly. That vectoring engine. Useful in some cases, but very, very inhibiting in others. Okay, we're doing well for fuel. Doing very well, actually. We basically did almost all of our transfer with this stage, which is slightly unexpected. Getting a bit of jolt from this that's not wanted, but it's okay. We can carry on. There we go. Speeding up nice and good. And we nearly got our encounter. There we go, encounter. Where is the light side of the moon? It's on this side. On the opposite side. Okay, that's good. Haven't landed on the opposite side in a while. Let's do that. Oh, crap. Okay, we're going on a journey through... There we go. Alright. What's our periapsis over there? Pretty high, but oh well. I'd probably prefer it to be a bit lower, really. There we are, continuing our journey. We'll first get into an orbit and then we'll do one lap and choose where we want to land. Doing it professionally. How are things in this stage? Fuel's looking good, we're still on that first centre tank. So we've got absolutely tons left, literally tons. Burning retrograde, slowing down our speed and thus our orbital speed. And there we go. Maybe we'll go straight into a landing, I don't know. Yeah, we do. Actually, we should land here so we can burn straight upwards to get home. We do have the fuel for it. I think it's more efficient not to. If you land on this side and then burn horizontally, you probably get a gravity help there. Gravitational assist. But it's nice just to be able to go straight up and go straight home. There we go. There's that crater as well, isn't there? We'll actually switch to the moon so we can get a better look. Crater right there. I'm going to land in that crater. Or maybe just on the lip. We'll see. There we go. Warping down. Warping down onto the moon. And we actually want to be careful about our speed, don't we? Crap. Yep, we're going pretty fast. God, I hope that we have the thrust requirements. The thrust requirements. In order to slow us down in time. I've been a bit too cocky recently, I think. Especially in my last test pilot video. Just expecting that every lander will have the thrust that I anticipate. I think we're going to be okay. We should be. We can do physics warp just to find out. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're slowing down pretty good, actually. Alright. Under 90 meters per second. That's fine at this altitude. Can't time warp, obviously, because we're under 5,000. Let's take a look at our instruments and see what our actual altitude is. Just 2.5 kilometers now. Very good. Wanting to bring that speed down even more. And we can get out the landing legs once we pass that 3 kilometer mark. There we go. Just dropping down 35 meters per second, that's all good. Are we in the crater? No, where is the crater actually? Are we over it or under it? No, we're just on this side, so it's actually just over that lip there. Or is it over there? I don't actually know, can't remember. I know we did nearly land in it at some point. But we seem to be in a good place, very flat. No Armstrong problems here. And fuel is doing extremely well. I think this ship is perfect for the multiple moons mission, where you land on 2 moons in one go. Pretty good. Pretty good. Bring our velocity right down for final approach. Final descent, or whatever it's called in the actual space industry. Okay, under 5 meters a second. All's good. And contact light. And down. Touchdown. Very solid. I like that. I actually really like this lander. It's very bulky. And that's quite appealing to me, really. We can get out and do some EVAing. Ah. On the surface of the moon. Been here so many times, it's familiar. In fact, we've been here so many times, it's a wonder we haven't set up a base. Maybe something to think about. So, my conclusions on this ship. It's solid, really. That's what I want to say. It's actually a very solid ship, I do like it. Especially the landing stage, it's definitely got enough fuel to land on multiple bodies. And for rendezvousing and things. Haven't actually tested out the RCS. From what I know about RCS, we should either get rid of it or just put more thrusters on there so we can use it for translation more. Might be useful if we're going to be docking maybe with a space station. Who knows. But anyway, pretty good ship. It took some refinement, but in the end, the core product of it was kept intact, and it was pretty good. So guys, if you want to submit your own ships into the test pilot, then the information on how to do that is in the description. The email you need to send me the ship to, it has to be an email for those of you who started messaging me, can't be a message. The email needs to be sent to HOCgaming@live.co.uk. That's HOCgaming@live.co.uk. with the information included below. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time.